So I've been watching some videos on YouTube. I haven't posted a video in a while, and I only posted a few on YouTube, a couple, and then I decided to take them down. I don't know why. I just did. I have kind of a problem with sharing myself, so I don't know, maybe that was it. But anyways, I was watching some videos on YouTube about other people who have anxiety, and I have anxiety. I have an I've been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder with agoraphobia, generalized anxiety disorder without agoraphobia, panic disorder, I think that's it, depression. I guess I don't know if I've ever actually been diagnosed with depression, but I don't know. And those are not at all how I would define myself. I kind of have a hard time identifying any of the diagnoses, whatever I've been given. I sort of feel like a lot of times the definitions don't fit me, but I was watching videos on YouTube about, people who have had panic attacks and stuff like that, and I guess I did really identify with some of them. Basically what I feel is on a daily basis, at this point, I've had this my whole life. I mean, for as long as I can remember. I remember sitting in preschool and getting panic attacks, but that's as far back as I can remember, period, so who knows, maybe I had them before then. But throughout my whole life, my panic attacks have kind of come in waves, or my anxiety, I don't know, has kind of come in waves, where there's months or a year or something that I'm okay with. I have pretty okay time with anxiety. I don't have a lot of fear, stuff like that, and then there are months, weeks, years where it just suck, and the past 2 years have been horrible. I'm 15, I'll be 16 in a couple months, and I've had, basically since I was 12, 13, I've been pretty much home. I've been homeschooled and I've been homebound a lot. I'm able to, go to certain places sometimes, like, it just depends. Like, this year, I have, not, it's kind of hard to explain. I guess I haven't really stuck to the same level. This year started out pretty good, slowly increasing. I started doing more and more things. I actually enrolled in my public high school, and I started going to classes there in September, August, and I felt so good about enrolling in there, and that was sort of just, you could kind of tell I just was at a good place then. And then things just, I don't know, took a turn for the worse, and I had to stop taking classes there. I was only taking 3 classes there and doing the rest online, and then I dropped down to 1 class, and then I just stopped taking them, and that just was really depressing, and I just hated myself for it. But that's just how it always is. It seems like, as I do something and I just never end up being able to finish it. I start something and some activity or school or something, I just can't stay because I get so, I get too anxious, and so it's kind of gone downhill from there. Right now I'm at the point where it's hard for me to actually, go places, to go to the grocery store and go to PetSmart, go to errands like that. I'm still able to do, but they cause me somewhat, anxiety. The reason I have a hard time identifying, I think, with other people and other diagnoses with anxiety is because mine feels so physical to me. Basically what happens when I have a panic attack is I get a stomach ache. It's always that way for me. I don't feel fear other than what my version of fear is, not feeling fear, but feeling sick to my stomach. And I don't just mean like I get afraid and then I feel sick to my stomach because I was afraid. It's like I'm suddenly sick to my stomach for no apparent reason. I don't feel afraid, so to speak. I just feel sick to my stomach. And I'm terrified of feeling sick to my stomach. It is the worst feeling. I mean, I have lots of different kinds of stomach aches. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, excuse me. Sometimes I feel like just nauseous generally, I'm gonna throw up type nausea. Sometimes I feel sort of just kind of queasy. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it's just all different kinds, like sharp pains in my stomach, and all of them suck, and I'm terrified in getting all of them. I have been, and I avoid situations where I mean, it's just like, people who avoid situations where they are afraid to have panic attacks or to be trapped or whatever. I avoid situations where I won't be able to get out of if I get a stomach ache. And to me, for a long while, I didn't understand it. I was kind of angry and pissed off because it's like people didn't get that this is, to me, I thought that this was a rational thing. I mean, if you're in pain daily, of course you're going to be afraid to be in that kind of pain. But, I mean, now I'm more realizing that this is anxiety, just kind of my form of anxiety. And, kind of to describe how I feel when I get a panic attack or whatever, which I get every day. I mean, varying degrees. I get maybe 5 or 6 a day in varying degrees. I wouldn't be able to count them because I'm sort of always have a slight stomach ache. It seems like it just sort of it gets worse and then is a little better, and all day long, all night long. Basically, a really bad stomach ache might start out with me worrying about something like, just stupid little things like, oh my gosh, I have a lump in my throat, what does that mean? Or, I just felt like a twinge in my stomach, does that mean I'm gonna throw up or I'm sick? I was worried about them, like, have the stomach flu or food poisoning or something like that, and it escalates. I might have sort of like, if I'm out and about or something with someone other than my mother, yes, I have to stick by my mommy's side. Well, not really, I mean, she doesn't always help, but it's pretty pathetic. Yeah, it's absolutely pathetic. I hate myself for it sometimes, but, anyways, so it usually, starts out, or it really starts to develop when I get sort of this, like, hot wave, warm wave wash over me, and it's not a good feeling. It's like, sort of a wave of nausea, and just, like, a hot, kind of prickly wave just wash all over me. It's not fun. I heard someone else describe that as a panic attack, and I just, it's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, it makes me, I just feel so horrible and so scared. And, it's just the worst thing I could possibly imagine ever happening is when I get my worst stomach aches. And sometimes I feel to the point that I'm, like, about to throw up, and I never do. I mean, I never have, like, thrown up just because of my panic attacks. I mean, I've thrown up when I'm actually sick or something, but I've never thrown up just because I'm worried about it or something. And for some reason that doesn't seem to help me. I'm not less afraid. It's not that I'm specifically afraid of throwing up. I'm afraid of that feeling, and I get that feeling all the time. I just feel sick, and so I guess I'm wondering if anyone watches this. I don't even know if anyone will watch this, but if anyone does, if anyone really has a physical thing, because I feel like mine is so physical, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm not afraid of other things. It feels like I'm worried about the physical thing, and it hurts. I mean, it physically hurts, and it's horrible, and it makes me feel suicidal, and, well, that's a whole other topic, but, I'm just wondering if there's anyone else out there who can kind of relate and kind of has that physical thing, and not stomach ache, something else. So, yeah, so hopefully someone will watch this, someone will see this,